Fridays on the Edge.
Fridays.
Yeah, Fridays on the Edge
Fridays
with
on the
Laura and Nato from Cloud Underground. That's right. That's us.
And if you don't know what Fridays on the Edge is, every Friday that we're around, we talk about business. Well, so we run a company called Cloud Underground, and we run this community called the DevSecOps Dojo, where we build our own technology. So basically, we build our own technologies and then build our own companies off of our technologies. And it all started by teaching cloud by building our own cloud.
Yes.
And then we were teaching how to run businesses with cloud by building our own businesses. And now, Laura, what did we do after building our own businesses? Now we are doing what with our businesses?
Now we are using our business pipeline to fund other people to join our drop squad models and our underground ops consultants. And we are now officially offering jobs on our job boards to our drop squad model.
What is drop squad for people who don't know who we are?
Yes. Okay. So the drop squad essentially is a 4-person team that you can use, a small team that you can use to deploy to service various business needs. And essentially the drop squad is like your dream team, the perfect 4-person team to basically cover every aspect of the business, front end, back end. We got marketers, we got salespeople, and we also have like a dispatcher in there to make sure everyone is running together in the same direction. So that's essentially the drop squad. We can talk about the 4 roles really fast too.
Yeah, it's a business model. So basically, if you're trying to figure out a model for working with people, or if you're an individual, so it's designed for solopreneurs or small teams. If you are just you and you're like, can I build a business and a product all by myself and build a passive income or building software and things like that?
Hold on, let me stop.
Then the answer might be yes.
What beeping?
And so then that would be if you're a solopreneur and you are trying to just build a business by yourself, you can do that. Otherwise, if you have a team of anywhere from 2 to 4 people, then let's say that you want to operate like a really advanced team with just your small little team and cloud native technologies, then you can follow the drop squad model to also work with up to 4 people in the model. And it scales, but we're not talking about scaling right now.
Yes.
We're just building drop squads right now.
Yeah, build your dream team, essentially. So the drop squad is kind of headed up by the dispatcher, who is the person who is kind of the executive of the team and helps manage where everyone is going and make sure everyone is working together in a coordinated way, obviously like a dispatcher would. There's also the agent, who is kind of on the sales side of things, hunting up new business and building amazing demos to show off the technology that you're creating in your cloud native environment. We also have the technologist, who is sort of the front end specialist, who's going to help with web design and those sorts of things. Again, making sure the graphic design is looking great and everything's running smoothly. And then we also have the hacker role on, the back end to do more of the engineering and
roles.
So that's kind of a quick breakdown of the 4 drop squad roles.
That's right.
And yeah.
And then we have a way and an open source technology for everyone to work together in the same environment where all their resources are right there. And if you're trying to do something like build and host your own app with just you or you and your tiny team, and in a way that can grow with you so that you can grow your company, that's pretty much what we do. So what we're doing right now is we started working with large enterprises who build software. And if you are one of those large companies who build software, we tend to help staff your company so that you can basically get everything you need developed. But we're not really necessarily a staffing company. We build software where basically we help you get the right talent and labor to the right resources. So I guess we more do like recruiting, and we have software for that has like all the engineering tools. So really, we provide kind of like what is it? It's a development center. It's where you can build your app all the way from idea to production. So that's the whole thing is we go from idea, like what do you want to build? What's your idea? And then take that and then we use our technology to get the right people to help it make that idea real. And then that's what a drop squad's for. So you get an idea, we bring in a drop squad. Drop squad makes your idea a real thing, and then you can go sell it. That's basically what a drop squad is.
Great. I love that. That's a great description. Great
Yeah.
breakdown. Thank you.
There we go. Finally figured out how to just
how to say it succinctly. So yeah, that's what we've been working on is like building some drop squads in the dojo with some of our dojo members. And yeah, it's been going really well. We for a long time, one of the things we've been talking about doing in the DevSecOps Dojo with our underground ops members is creating job boards that people can then come in and jump into various jobs. We can kind of assign people based on their various drop squad roles, different tasks, and it's we're able to offer jobs now essentially, which has been an exciting development for us and something we've been working towards for a while. So
yes, and you have to be a member right now to be able to access our job boards at this time. Our job boards are just starting, so we'll be having more jobs as time goes on, but that also depends on how fast we grow the job boards. So it just kind of goes back to, if you're a company, you have your ideas, you want those ideas developed, then we take those ideas, assemble a drop squad who makes your idea real in the form of software, or it could even be appliances, things like that. So we design anything from like software, like machinery appliances. It just depends on what type of machinery. we do things like work with industrial control systems and things like that. So if you're trying to get like automations for manufacturing, stuff like that, like there you go. Then we do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
If you're not trying to do like manufacturing, that type of engineering, or like building, I guess we do some aerospace and things like that on occasion. So stuff like that. More like ground stations, things like that. So like if you have like big arrays and things like that, we'll come out and build ground stations for people and things like that. But anyways, it just depends on what your idea is. And our drop squad will just drop in, assemble whatever you need for a great price. And then we have support packages and options, or you can just own it. We have this delivery system where what we build, you get to decide if you own, and then you get to decide if you want to pay like for service agreements, or
you can
just own it yourself and cover your own services and just take the assets. So we develop assets, we deliver the asset, and then you decide whether you or not you want us to support those assets.
Exactly. Yeah. So there you go. That's essentially the drop squad model, and it's been a good, exciting build up for all of this. It's something we've been developing for a few years now, and
two and a half years building drop squads.
Mm-hmm. Where did the idea for the drop squads come from? I'm trying to even remember where the origin of the history.
Well, we started a consultancy in the dojo. At first, it was an idea. We were like, well, everyone, we taught cloud by building a cloud, and now we have a cloud. So now we're going to just teach things that you can do with the cloud, like build products and services. So that's kind of where it started.
Yeah.
And so we're like, well, we're going to build a simple business. So we built a consultancy. And so then we're teaching how to build a business with a cloud that we built, how to learn how to build a cloud-based business with the cloud that you invented yourself.
Yes.
And then we were like, we got to get customers for all of it. So it's like we got customers for the cloud. And then we were like, well, now you have to get customers for the consultancy. And so to do that, we were like, we need to have a consulting model, a model to go with how you work with this cloud. And then that was the drop squad model, is how you can basically staff your consultancy. And it's just based off of, so I come from doing like consulting and things like that. So I used to do like, and I guess at this point I still do. So I do like professional services and help people build like professional services organizations. So, I started working with just general kind of professional services types business stuff in about like 2009, but I didn't do like serious professional services till like 2011. And then I became more of a consultant in 2013. and then I ended up working in a lab after that, and then you end up making things in a lab, and you're like, we're making these things in a lab, and then people end up buying it, and then so now that's just kind of what I do is we make things and help other people make things that other people end up wanting to buy. Yes, that's exactly what we do.
Business.
Business. It sounds just like business.
Creating things that solve your problems. That
Yeah. So drop
helpful
squads.
tools.
Yeah, it's just like if you run a consultancy and you want to either run a consultancy by yourself or with a team of 4 or more even. It actually works with like up to like 10 people, and then you can even have like 10 teams of 10, and so that's how it scales. But you can assemble a team of 4 people quite easily with the drop squad model.
And again, if you're a solopreneur, you can kind of either opt to fill the roles yourself, or you can outsource the various things that you might have more weaknesses in or whatever. You can outsource
Stay
the various
solo.
roles. If you want to contract a little bit some of the labor out, or you can just do it all yourself. It's like
Yeah.
it is possible.
We mostly teach automation, which means that you can stay solo forever. And the longer you do
Exactly.
things, you just end up with more automation. And then the more automation you have, then the less that you have to do yourself anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then if suddenly you're like us, where you've automated like 2 years of manual labor, then that's like an entire IT department that you don't even need, because you've quite literally automated so much that you don't even need a team. Amazing. Well, we actually have a small team, but a much smaller team than we'd normally need because of what we built.
Mm-hmm.
And keeps things simple.
Our tech allows us to keep things pretty lean, and it allows our clients to stay lean as well. So
it sounds complicated, and while it is, we're kind of more comparable to much larger like software companies, but we're just way fewer people and way more automation. There
that's
you
right.
go.
Work smarter, not harder.
That's right. Automate more, do less yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and sleep.
Do the work of a much bigger company by automating a lot of the processes.
Well, yeah, that's the other part is because some people are like, well, but I like working. It's like, well, then you can 10 times yourself.
You can do the things
you can
that you like to
100 times
do.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Scale.
you can still
Just
work
scale
relentlessly,
yourself.
never endingly, even if that is something that you do, if you just never turn it off. Anyways, plus we like ownership of things. So it's like you can like own what you do. And we like to work with other companies who like to own things. Just depends. There are a lot of companies who like to own things. Businesses, it tends to be beneficial for them to have ownership in their business.
That's right.
Yes, business ownership. Amazing. So anyways, we're just business owners who help business owners build things, and then we built a business model for people who want to help those business owners build things. So anyways, your great ideas, our great technologies, and our ability to make things really fast and make things that you can take to market pretty quickly. We don't believe in just taking forever to like take something to market. You can build a minimum viable product, or
I mean, the dojo built an app in a week. So
that's right. We built an
it.
app that is already in alpha, that's moving kind of toward beta already, and that it took 1 week to develop an app and test it in a technology that we built ourselves as well. So so anyways, our dojo members are hosting dojo member made apps in our member made cloud with our member made company, and it's all monetized. And now members, it's the early days, so no one's rich right now, but people are actually getting real money. And then eventually it'll turn into like livable money at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, right now people making pocket change on the side.
We're excited to
We're gonna grow it.
Have a place to start for people, and it's only going to get bigger and better.
Setting up livable commissions so that someone, if they close some commissions, you can actually make enough to live off of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just building models for folks who we're a vendor. If anyone just wonders what are you guys? We're just a supply chain. Like really, that's all we are. We provide supply chain resources and labor which is why we need your idea, and which is why almost anything we do is useless without your idea. If you don't know what you want to make, where a bunch of people can like assemble and make a thing, then we can't serve you. But a lot of people do know what they want. There's so many people out there who are like, I want this very specific thing and I want these exact requirements. And there are people who then they have these huge budgets and then they'll pay. And then you come in there and then you make this thing and they're like, yeah, no one else could make this that fast of this really weird, crazy thing. And so then you're just like, got you. We'll make sure that you have that thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to our Underground Nexus platform, and
that's right.
We can do a lot.
Our technology.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, we can do a lot. We can do things that work while we sleep. Right now, there are people we have end users on other people's apps who are customers right now. So customers have customers on our technology right this minute as we're speaking, and I'm not even a part of that process. I don't even understand what they do because I don't have to, because we just make sure that they have the things that make their app for their customers do exactly what it's doing. And so then on my end, we just make sure that it exists and that it's working well. And we built all of that with our DevSecOps Dojo members, and anyone can come talk to us for free if you just come to our community, actually. And then
yeah, that's right. There's a link for the DevSecOps Dojo in the description of this video wherever you are watching it.
That's right. So anyways, I'm going to have to go soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a good edition of Fridays on the Edge.
Yes.
It's been a good summary of the drop squads.
Building ideas and making them real, and then taking them to market, and then surviving off of them.
Using a business model that works, that allows you to start small and scale.
That's right. We even pay our own bills off of our stuff. We even fund our own companies off of our own funding.
That's right. We are fully bootstrapped.
That's right. We have our
self-funded.
We have our own funding operations these days.
Mm-hmm.
That was took a long time to make that happen, but hey, everything takes time. So you can go from one day learning how to feed yourself off of what you generate, then learning how to pay the bills, and then eventually learning how to pay other people who got bills to pay. Hey, business.
Yeah, business.
It happens every day. Otherwise, you literally wouldn't have a job. Hey, you better be thankful you got a job. There's someone out there who had to figure it out, and it didn't have to be you. Well, unless you're the one figuring it out. Anyway, I guess that's what we do. So there we go.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week for another edition of Fridays on the Edge.
Yes.
Yes.